Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the dingy AOG headquarters right here. In any case, we're getting back to the Gimle battles, and this time, well, Imp is throwing in the hovercraft challenger, the Rollo. So, let's get into it. Well, someone has confidence, that's clear. Looks like we're having a Pierce pack system inside of here. I don't know if it's a particularly large pack system. No? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. It's not tiny. Here we have a short Pierce pack system. And the other one here, that is a Pierce as well. Other than that, we are having a cram front sider. So we have frag, hardener. Alright. And we got... Do they have big health? 100,000 health? Ooh, that's not gonna get through, is it? Well, will be interesting to see how it performs. We have a lot of heavy armor in the front here. And we have a lot of custom jet engines to keep this big slab flying. There's a lot of cram systems inside of here. So, this is definitely a very dangerous combatant indeed. We're gonna check out the interior, of course, because that's always fun. Whoa! That's so cool. So we have wow, I like this. I love these back cannons here. We have auxiliary cannons going down here. That's so funny. And they have like a little connection to go out. That's so cool. We have materials container back here. We'll hope we don't shoot them. And someone, it's one of those pesky Neko boys trying to throw out the ammunition. Well, this is obviously an army of Gmodism agent trying to sabotage the Rollo. Yeah, alright. So, turbine generators. Well, cool. We're gonna check out the interiors of this thing, though. Wow, this thing has so few blocks. And it's so much under the budget. Only 1.8 million? That's good. And the block count is only 33,000. That's super low. Wow. Well, it's gonna be very interesting. The Seabeck Wildfire from Kovrax had 100,000 blocks, so this is basically a third of the block count of that build. And it still uses crams, and that usually brings the block count pretty high. Here's a teleporter. Alright. We have a little AI thing there. Well, we need to walk around on this little interior. Yeah, it's walkable, all right. We have a small feasting table here. I think it looks pretty nice. There's some pretty nice interior with some pretty well thought out shapes. The leveling here going up and down like this it's very nice. And the entire ship seems to be walkable like this. We can even get up. Oh, look at that. We even have a little extra cannon which you can climb down to. Probably a good idea to get out of there. I love this detail where we have this so you don't fall down accidentally, but it's still an opening down. Yeah, I definitely have to steal that. Well, this is turning to more of a design type of review, but whatever. We need to look at it because it looks so nice. We checked a little bit quickly, didn't find any hard rule breaks, but we have one little thing that we'll need to fix. So it doesn't matter as much anymore since since I have a better computer. The Gimle accidentally had its systems online, but we actually need to turn off the lights here. So I have this little here, and it's well, when I detect this, it's not such a big deal. So I can like see here. It's very easy to just turn down like that. And this one here, so no need to disqualify anything here. Oh, this. Okay, well, whatever. We're having that smoke generator, but now the lights are turned off, and that's of course one of the requirements, that the submitted things should have lights turned off, preferably no smoke generators, and absolutely not any interior screens or anything like that. Oh my god, it messes with the lights. Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. So now the lights are like glitching on and off, but whatever. To battle. We're here on the battlefield, the Gimle is spawned in, and I hastily added back some of those simple holo decoration things. Hopefully I remember to turn off my own smoke and lights, because otherwise it would be embarrassing. Yes, that's offline. And I just realized we'll have to spawn the imp in the air. We can't spawn it here. Okay, we'll rerun this battle. Alright, here we are. So, bam, that's a big pack. And we are bursting out explosive rounds? Interesting. That burst kinda went anywhere. Oh, look, isn't that a pack? Man, I wonder how deep that pack penetrates. It's pretty cool. We got stuff incoming here. The Gimle is trying to defend itself. The Rollo is in the lead right now. Look at that. The laser is getting some pretty good lasing opportunities. Now we are full broadside. Oh my god. I actually want to check what happened with that pack, because I'm curious about how deep pack systems like this will penetrate or not. Actually, I wonder if it's easier to check the exit holes. So this is probably where the pack hit, right? Actually, I know, no idea. The pack system isn't that large, it probably doesn't penetrate too deeply, but you never know. Alright. Jumping on the wrong thing. Here we go. I wonder if it's trying to evade the cram shots here, because it seemed to do a pretty good job at evading, doesn't it? It's very nice. Look at that. And ooh, we're having mortars too. Alright. And I'm just so curious if the Arquebalista Invictus shells are hitting or not. There we have one. And let's see here. Oh, it hit the very bottom. Alright. If it, well, it can obviously hit. Will be hard to follow each and every shot like that, but we'll see. The Gimle seems to have a pretty good angle though. No. No idea. Can't even do that. Like when we pause the game, the animation for the pack doesn't get paused. So you'll never know what happens. Wait, what? Why did that disappear? I wonder if it's one of the simple weapons that have some limited range there. Bam! What? Wait, wasn't that the cram shell hitting the turret here? Oh. Oh, damn. I think it did a very good hit there. Alright. Getting big crams. They are very penetrating cram shots here. Alright, so we're having a narrow angle type of design. Gimle is at 95% and the Rollo, she's at 97.9. So Rollo is still in the lead here. It does evade most of the crams by going back and forth like this, which is probably very good. But the lasers and the Arquebalistas and the Vigoletta turret is still shooting here and there. I wonder if it will be enough. Look like that. The Rollo is dropping rapidly in health. What happened? What happened there? It's at 90%. Did we get a cram shot exploding inside of it? I didn't catch that in that case. Wow, alright. Tables can turn very quickly. Look at that. That's some serious damage. Poor Rollo. She will probably turn into a water displacement vessel, and that will be her doom. Well, things can still happen. You never know. A cram can always get a lucky hit and deal lots of damage anyways. Because of course we have the AI here, and well, it can get damaged. Well, what are we doing there? Anyways, man, I'm really feeling that like the Vigoletta is doing the heavy lifting this time as well. It's so often that's the case. The laser is unfortunately only online sometimes for the Gimle, because the Gimle spends the same resources, spends the same pool of actually, well, yeah, using its lamps. It has its bonuses, it has its drawback, but I would definitely say that if you want to have lamps, also have a damage laser connected up to it, because only having lamps can be pretty well, wasteful. A lamp system should always also be able to deal damage. You can have a dedicated damage system laser, but if you have a lamp system, you should have a damage output port, because otherwise it is a big risk, it's just wasted. Unless it's a short lamps. In any case, we recently started, or that wasn't very recently, I don't know exactly how many episodes we have made when this video is out, but we have started a podcast. You should absolutely check that out. It's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and of course with video here on YouTube as well. So do check that out and say what you think about it. It's about gaming and tech for a better world. You should definitely check it out. I think you'd enjoy it. In any case, the Gimle is at 90%. Ooh! Almost hit. And the Rollo is at 88%. Let's see what's happening here. It's fighting bravely. I am kind of surprised how long it's actually holding up in the battle here. It's quite impressive that it holds up so long, because this thing is looking very sad by now. It's going, I wonder if it just uses some kind of sine movement to go back and forth and miss most of the cram shots. Who knows? Love those side cannons, they're pretty cool. And oh, one deflected, one got in. Gimle is down to 98, Rollo at 87. Wow, I mean, 89 is the Gimle, 87 is the Rollo. So it's actually closing in on each other. It seems that the Rollo actually has potential to still win this. It manages to miss most of the crams popping in here. It does a very good job at evading there, which it should be very happy about. What's that? And that's a miss with the Arqueballista, that's so sad. Look at that, it seems like it can dodge the Arqueballistas as well. Probably not intentional, but because I guess it doesn't have time to react to that bullet speed, but it has time to react to the crams, and during that time the Arqueballista shot will also kind of miss. Well, well, well. Oh no, what happened here? It's very resilient. It's very, very resilient. Rollo is at 86. Gimle is at 88. Doesn't this look pretty peaceful? Just going back and forth like this, chilling out. It's like it's not worried, but it should be, because there we just had a cram exploding inside of it. Are we losing altitude? No? Maybe not. Oh, look at that! That pack is very damaged and is now shooting downwards. I still believe that the Gimle will win this. Just because I know that the Gimle is very good at fighting when it's pretty damaged, and most ships that the Gimle meets is not very good at fighting when it's damaged. We can clearly see that the Rollo does damage slower now when it's been taking some damage. But these crams are still dangerous. Look at that. There we have it. There we had it. Lots of blocks got killed there. Mostly wood, of course, but still. And what are we trying to aim at? That's a question. So the Gimle is able to use its lambs to protect it from some of the cram shells, but even though I was a little bit worried that the Rollo would have too little health on its cram shells to get through, it has enough of them to get through anyways. Now we're turning a little bit here. Look at that. The Gimle is down to 85 and the Rollo is at 84, so it's very close. We are breaching through this thick front wall though. So if the laser gets through here and causes some fires in the engines, the fuel tanks might start burn. Also, if the maneuverability decreases here a little bit on the Rollo, well, I don't know. It seems to be pretty agile still, but it can be so that the crams will eventually hit. But it seems to have very redundant thrusters. Like that. Look at that. Now, oh, we finally got the cram volley. I was almost giving up hope that we would have more action here. Oh, well, they missed. Looks like the Rollo's detection is a bit damaged. Man, the Vigoletta really does the heavy lifting. That's insane. Oh, yeah. We're definitely shot at the right place here. But did it start an internal fire? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. Look at that. We're still somewhat fine here. Yeah, no big deal. I mean, the Gimle's pack isn't very accurate, is it? I must say that this has been one of the slower battles so far. And we are definitely trying to target a good area here, but it doesn't really... it doesn't start any good fires here. Just reaches the exterior layer. Has a lot of smoke. This is starting to tilt a little bit. The Rollo at 82% is starting to look a bit sad, but oh my god, the Gimle, she's down to 83%. So, man, we turned inaccurate, but damn, that's still a very good damage. The shell that did hit, wow. The Rollo definitely packs a bite still. It's very dangerous and it almost took the lead with that blast. I truly wonder how this battle will develop. It can definitely go either way. That's so interesting. It's doing a pretty good job at avoiding the cram shells, indeed. So the smaller block count of the Rollo is very impressive. That it competes at 1.8 million while the Gimle competes at 2.2. Well, it has a severe material disadvantage of 400,000. And the level that this thing delivers at, well, very good job from Rollo. Even if it's a win or a loss, it's definitely impressive. A bit slow though. But we did set up the rules to not be too slow at least, so that's good. Okay, seems that like the laser isn't doing much. 81 versus 81 percentages. I'm kind of thinking that the Gimle still has the upper hand, but that is because the Gimle is a water displacement vessel. Even though it loses power, it won't sink. If the Rollo loses power, I do believe it will sink, because we saw that when we spawned it in at water level in the first battle. Alright, weather has been changing a little bit as well. We are shedding some engine parts here. Are we no? We are not losing altitude. Man, the Vigoletta is just slowly grinding through. I can't believe we only have one of those turrets. If I would make a big battleship again, I probably have more turrets like that. Because it's very nice. It deals consistent damage for a long period of time. Wait, no. I wonder if the Rollo has some problem turning. No, it's fine. Am I just imagining things all the time, or do I kind of feel that like the Rollo is like slowly getting closer to the water, getting a little bit harder time of maneuvering out of there as we go? I do think it might have unbalanced roll and pitch thrusters now when it has taken damage, so I think it might have problem straightening itself out when it's kind of maneuvering. Because look at that, we're going so oh, that's so scary. It just can't roll straight. Man. Maybe it gets some help from the Vigoletta turret here, just peeling off blocks and making it lighter. It also gets help with getting rid of engine power, which isn't very good. Look at that, we actually had a frag explosion. It seems like a damaged cram got through. I'm staying here with the Rollo a little bit, because I do believe that we want to be here for when it reaches the water, because if the thrusters start working, I think the Gimles will win very fast. It still manages to dodge a lot of the cram shots, however. That's pretty impressive. The Gimle is down to 79. They are still equal in material, that's very impressive. The Rollo she's putting up a really good fight. Oh, no. It's fighting hard to not get under that waterline. Well, I guess this takes a lot more time than I would anticipate. And the Gimle is actually below in materials now. The Rollo has succeeded to get in the lead. Whoa, look at that. The Gimle's AI compartment definitely has a scratch. It's not dead, of course, but man, that's some serious damage. And here we have a little auxiliary AI thing. Oh, I see. The Gimle would really want to not spend any energy on the lamps and instead shoot the lasers at the Rollo. But I do think that the Gimle laser system, I think they are kind of damaged in a way. I don't think they can reach it. Whoa! The battle has reached 15 minutes. To secure a place in the winner's bracket, the design sent in will need to win over the Gimle within 15 minutes, so that it doesn't take too long. The Rollo has not succeeded to win over the Gimle in 15 minutes, so we are going to count this first battle as a loss for the Rollo. We can let it run a little bit longer, but we'll need to get and start another battle to see how it performs, if the Rollo is able to win within 15 minutes or not. If it can't do that, well, it's getting a loser's bracket and gets another chance, of course, there with the other ones that did not quite succeed to win over the Gimle. Even though we will need to count this first battle as a loss for the Rollo due to the time limitation we have set up. And the reason why we're doing that is that we don't want to allow people to send in designs that win by prolonging the battle as long as possible and making the enemy use up its materials. And, you know, it's basically the same reason why we have a max range limit. So it's the same here with this time limit. If you can't beat the Gimle in 15 minutes, well, it's gonna be too slow to watch at. You obviously need to work a little bit on having a more strong offensive strategy. And that's you know, you might think rules are fair or not fair, but you are very welcome to do your own challenges and tournaments too. Since I'm hosting this, I get to decide if you think I'm unreasonable. But in any case, that's how we do it. We set up some rules to make the battles not boring, basically. Oh, I think it's just, this battle is just so tense. Even though it won't affect the real results, it's just so interesting to see this the end of this battle here, where it just gets closer and closer to the water. And the Gimle is out of materials. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the Gimle is kind of designed to use a lot of its materials, not too quickly but quick, and it's obviously not built to last hours of in-game time. Nobody should build for that. But look at that, it actually lost. Oh man, it's just lagging so hard. Ooh, the Gimle is actually despawning here. Well, poor Rollo, only if it had been able to do this 2.5 minutes early. This almost feels a little bit evil, but rules are rules. If we stop sticking to the Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the second battle. We're starting out this battle in the slowest speed possible, because I want to watch that. Look at that, isn't that quite beautiful? Actually, we'll pause the game right there, and we're going to dive in. Excuse me, by the way. We're going to dive in and check whatever these pierces are doing. Look at that. Okay, okay. They went through here. Pierce, pierce, pierce. Pierce. Oh, there. Pierce, pierce, pierce. Alright. Didn't hit anything important. Very surface level. But whatever. Let's get back to full speed. Ooh, what a cloud of incoming fire there. And it's bobbing up and down a little bit there. Alright. Dodging the crams. Will be very interesting to see if we get any other results during this battle. Got some real explosive stuff here. Look at that. Bam! Look at that. We can see it just penetrates here, right? It comes in here. Oh yeah. And it explodes. Where did it explode? Well, probably somewhere important, right? And I do believe we're not going to hit those crams because it is bobbing up and down and avoiding it a pretty cool way. Lots of crams are targeting. Ooh, that is kind of close to AI territory, I believe. Close but no cigar, of course. And the laser is... Oh, I do think we might have some decoys there in the front, possibly. Our lasers are engaged with... being lambs. It is very important for the Gimle that the damage laser is active during this session for it to be able to win/survive this thing. And there we see the surface layer here is getting slowly peeled off, but whoa. Gimle is at 94.5% and the Rollo is by 94. I wonder what did that big damage. More packs popping in there. And I do... Let's see here. There we had the arquebalista. Got stuck at the heavy armor pieces. Alright. Packs coming at the Gimle. It's very equal indeed. It has mortars as well. Well, it's mostly up to the... Oh, well, of course the Gimle caps, the Gimle packs help a little bit, but it's mostly up to the laser, the arquebalistas, and the Vigoletta turret, which is this yellow shots popping in here. Anyways, we're gonna fly towards the Gimle using a piece of cram. Bam! The lasers got that one, and I didn't update you recently. This is the Vigoletta Marksman. It's one of my accidentally better turret. It's a sabot head, narrow fragmentation shell. And you might think that pure sabot would be better. Theoretically, it should be. I tested the pure sabot and the fragmentation narrow frag extra, and this is better. So that's what we're going with. But theoretically, the pure sabot one should be better. So it's basically a little bit like a sandblaster. It's a pretty cheap turret. I do believe it's pure gunpowder. Don't quote me on that, but Anyways, every commissioned officer in the army of Gmodism, that is patron supporters, have access to all of my downloadable files. You can get all the templates, all the prefabs, and anything I have. Yeah, you can just download that as a package, which is very nice. And I try to update it monthly or bi-monthly, depending on how much I've added. And yeah, the entry cadet level in the army of Gmodism is $1 a month. So basically, all of a cup of coffee, if you would be so inclined. Then you can also support the channel, of course, on the Ecclesiarch of Gmodism, which is YouTube memberships, which you'll see some glorious elevated Gmodists in the comment section. Oh lord, what's happening here? Ooh, that's so close. What I was saying is that, well, there are badges for the YouTube members, so you'll see them. But anyways, that was so close. It dived into the water, almost sunk down there. The Rollo is not doing better in this round. It's doing a lot worse. It's at 85% just now. Poor thing. And now it has weaker engine power. I don't believe it will be able to escape the Gimle's crams as easily now. We'll see if they pop in and deal damage. It was so close that it kind of sunk down there. Scary indeed. Well, now it's launching a lot of crams. The Rollo is at 84, but the Gimle is now at 89. It did a lot of successful damage towards the Gimle now. Oh, look at that. Check out this AI. It got hurt, even though it's of course okay, but still. Ooh, one of the laser turrets are completely gone here. Oh, this laser turret are also gone. Are you kidding me? That's two very lucky shots. They are so protected by heavy armor. Then we only have this auxiliary laser output here. Glad I added that. The Rollo is, as said, struggling a little bit with keeping out of the water. You can see it clearly has lost some power. The heavy armor shield behind here, it's still pretty okay. It's actually not that damaged. But stuff has gone through. Presumably crams. And dealt some damage inside of there. Look at that. We're so struggling here. Wonder if the Gimle will get out of material like last time. Well, it's fighting valiantly. That has to be said. More cram shots incoming. We'll see what happens with this. Oh yeah. That's a miss. But hey, it looks cool. Bam! That is not a miss. That's two very good hits on the Arquebalista turrets. Look at that. Very, very good luck with the AI targeting there. This cannon seems to be fried. It's evening out again. Looks like we're heading for a potentially long battle again. Oh, I do hope that's not the only detection. Oh, it stopped targeting it. So now it's digging through the front board here. But it's not staying too focused. It starts small fires all over the place here. But the heavy armor behind of it is so thick. Oh, and now the Vigolettas are coming in there. The Vigoletta is dealing pretty well with... Oh, that's a chunk. Alright. The Vigoletta can deal with heavy armor pretty well. Take some time, of course. It's not a big gun. It's pretty small. It's actually... I think it costs like 13,000 materials or something. Don't quote me on that either. I don't remember exactly, but it's not expensive. Looks like we're indeed having some power issues. It's kind of tilting upwards a little bit, so the laser can potentially burn the underside. I'm not sure I've seen... I haven't thought about this system very much. That's a very tiny little turret. Ooh, we're so close to the water here. Oh, well, it can climb. I wonder, it's like it's going up and down, but it's getting weaker, so it's getting harder to get out of the water when it's there. Things can happen so quickly with hovercraft, so I'm checking it out so much more than the Gimle because I want to see how it handles this. Especially since the construction of the sheriff for the constabulary of Gmodism. I want to see some airships in action because, of course, as you've seen on this channel with the Draconia and the Gimle and also the broadsword before that, we built mostly water displacement vessels when we build big. So the and of course the Ryujin super... Oh yeah, we have more. The Ryujin super battle carrier, of course, that's huge, 6 million, that's so large. Man, that like so much. And we of course have the Super Davidos super battleship, that's a big one too. They are all water displacement vessels, so the Sheriff is the first big airship I've constructed. So I want to see some other airships in action to kind of gauge the effectiveness of the Sheriff. Anyways, the laser is really burning through here. And the Rollo's ship is technically in the lead. The Imp's ship, Rollo, she's technically in the lead. The Gimle is behind, but I do think the Gimle has better chances of winning this because I can just see how close this thing is to just drop dead in the water. If it sinks, I think it dies. Alright. That's a miss. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. Poor Gimle. It's so damaged. Wow. Rollo is truly impressive design, really punching upwards. That's so cool. All right. Oh. Is it going down? We started to rain again here. No, it's going up now. I'm feeling the laser also relieves it on some of the extra weight. There is that too. Laser parts. Okay. When we delete laser parts, it gets also potentially more energy back for the engines. Look at that. Perhaps the engine system isn't balanced enough. When it shot that pack, it can be so that it gets less power to lift if it uses power to charge. Possibly. I don't know. That's stuff that can happen. That's why it's so important that you set up engine priority. We got the instant tutorial about that. What? Look at that. Look at that. 12 minutes in. And the Rollo, she has turned into a water displacement vessel. Which means very bad time. Very bad times. Well, looks like the Rollo is getting Well, Rollo, she gets herself put in the loser's bracket. I do know for a fact, however, that Imp has sent in some other designs as well. So we'll be checking those designs out in future videos too. The Rollo, I really think it's a very impressive ship due to its 400k less expensiveness. It really punches upwards. It's very impressive. I think it does a better job than most ships in the loser's bracket, to be honest. So I think the Rollo is gonna steamroll. See what I did there? The loser's bracket here. It's gonna be very interesting. The loser's bracket is with 85.3% certainty going to be held as a stream on Twitch. So make sure you are following me on Twitch so you can get that stream. We're gonna run the entire losers bracket and check out which is the best of the losers, so you can, well, face the other winners too. We'll have a little bit of a weird double-ish elimination whatever thing. Actually, if you lost against the Gimle, you should not get another chance, but I want to show everyone's beautiful work once again, so that's why we're gonna have a loser's bracket anyways. But it's gonna be single elimination, so it's gonna be a lot up to luck and it's gonna be pretty harsh. I do think it's possible we do double, but I think it's gonna be just single elimination. And if you're watching this now and you're working on a Gimle design or to face the Gimle, or you're not finished or you forgot to send it in, do that pretty quickly because the submissions are going to close pretty soon. Most likely, soon as in a couple of weeks probably. We'll see exactly when. In any case, check out that podcast as I said before. This is your host Eric, Lord High Admiral of Gmodism, of course. Trying to remember that. Anyways, see you next time. We're signing out.